Mahila, I got a creature here. We've got the head, we've got the body, and we've got the feet. Okay, this is a humanoid creature. So it's all mixed together. This is found on gematrinator.com, 24 July 2021, 10:08 a.m. Eastern. 595 984 606 114 is the phone number of Hotel Remember Pie. Call and ask how many rooms they have. Paraguay Motel, Google search, Paraguay First Lady in Florida amid search for sister missing in condo collapse. Searching for John Decker, 62, of Lake Bluff, Illinois. Decker was last seen near his vacation home on the Bass Lake shoreline. Now, I know that's a run-on sentence and it may not seem to make sense, but the code is picked up on in the gematrinator. So it'll equal something numerically and it has value, and God gives it value, because the numbers have meaning just like the verses in the Bible and the chapters and all that. But mainly the verses, why would they be numbered? So up here at the top, those are some numbers to look at. Okay. So then 166.86.117524128 is the English extended, the Satanic, and the reverse ordinal in order, and then times 8790 point, and all of that is the prime, reverse, full reduction, and the reverse trigonal. And basically the reverse trigonal is done on 503 days into the deal. And basically the deal for me, it'll read as this too. The deal for me was taken or whatever, not by choice, but February 2nd, 2020. So then it would be 503 days from then is when the reverse trigonal will read. And mainly the trigonal, but we used reverse here. So 1023.16.84.2 is the Chaldean and English summer. Now, when I think of Chaldean, I think of Dean from Supernatural, and they always said he had to lay down, when he's at the diner with his mom or sees his mom through a sanctuary. It's kind of weird, and like they always say like he eats cheeseburgers, and he's kind of like the Zidon or Zebulon of the show. And then of course his brother went through all of that depression and everything. So it's interesting, but I don't really watch the show, but my friend Cody and the Jews in Owensboro would watch it, and like, they thought it was kind of end times warrior based, being as like Joshua in the Bible or something, or even as a judge. So that's one way to look at it. And then English summer is English Sumerian, is kind of like the sharks and minnows, the game in the pool and the diving well. It's kind of like the 49 is shown with that. The 49 usually represents my brother, and it means like the Titanic type symbolism, but it's Titanic with a feat, like a feat of strength, that would harm the woman, or like, you know, make her believe in something other than the societal systems of strength, which is like, everything we're used to in our money system and capitalism and everything. So, that's kind of like the English summer, but an English summer can also represent like the Georgia symbolism a little bit. Like the Georgia Guidestones are from there. That's connected to Erland. Then you get into the whole Brahma relationship with the M, Judi Dench, and like it's they call it that old Hindu symbolism, but it's basically the woman looking at the strong guy, and then the guy having to look up the fairy tales or something, kind of like that. But that's not just Georgia. That's for all this stuff. So now that's what it equals there. That 1/500 number. So and then Lee Bester was 26 395. 395 is like Holy Ghost. That's his deal cut off, and that's represented by Joe Pesci. And then 26 there actually means Jesus, and the Brahma or the God, which is Virgil and Turk at the 26-minute mark of Ocean's 13 film. So then the rest: KARKARODON, Star Wars, endothelioplasminogen activator inhibitor, Celtis ehrenbergiana, Carl Ernst Otto Kunst, 27 January to 23 June. That's the body. All that is mixed together. Okay. All right. And then Carl E.O. Kunst, to that his death to Peyton Robert Siva Jr. is 1,004-month, 27-day. Jacques Maillot, French diver, 49, 51 weeks, 6-day. Paul Newman, 5304 weeks, 5-day. Heath Ledger, 100 years, 360-day. 6 October 2006, which is The Departed, was released. 5201 week and 5-day. And then 8 June 2001, Dominic Sena's Swordfish film was released. 1132 month and 12-day. 6 January 2016, Gonzalez Inarritu's The Revenant release. 1307 month, 10-day. And then 4 July 1979, P. Kaufman's The Wanderer is released. 869 month and 7-day. I haven't seen that film, but Erland was in that film, I don't know. I kind of look at him because I think he's a great actor, or was a great actor. Erland Van de Jude. He was in The Running Man, and that's the only film I've seen him in. But in that Running Man film, he does it. He does a really great job. He's kind of like an opera singer, electric guy, and like, the way they show him is how they presented my character throughout my life. Like that's the villain that they wanted me to be for like the female relationships and stuff. And it's kind of like the it in the Bible, like. So anyway, that's the feat. Um, you know, um, Isaiah 51, um, Ezekiel 38. Um, those are all parts of the Bible that have shown throughout my life, even with great falls and stuff. I broke my foot and back in April of 2020, but um, yeah, like the great shaking or something. That's also shown by the eel and the whale shark. Their Latin names are kind of like Ezekiel 38 and Isaiah 51. So like almost like you're changing the Bible a little bit or modifying it to be more refined or something, or to get done for even that side, because like I had to depend heavily on Isaiah 51, and I still do, just knowing that I'm okay and like that I can stay calm and confident, but like the the January 6th, which this is actually January 6th as well, the Revenant, but like that attack on the Capitol, like that was them trying to attack the promise, the covenant of Isaiah 51. At that time I was going through kind of like just in this game of the deal, whatever it is. At that point in the game, it got a little bit heavy, nothing crazy, but I could just tell like it was like my soul was being like trampled on or something. Like I could just tell, and like it's still it's not all the way better. I mean, I'm still kind of in it, but like um yeah, like we'll just see how it goes. Like I said, February 2nd, 2020. I mean, it could end at any time. I don't know. It's when you sin or fall or whatever, and the baby says stand up, but like I've already stood up. So at this point, it's just when am I gonna sin or whatever, But that's all cumulative. That would be like something that's deep. That's like a fault that you have that like for the lost brothers of the Esau, the Ishmael, the Cain, the Moab, all them, like for the lost brothers, that would be almost seen as standing, like that's when you cut off in the deal and go into the you get a job with them, to show your talents. That's kind of the way I see it. But and yeah, like they do real dungeons and stuff, like and it's nothing to be afraid of. They do it as feats of strength, like they do it like they're Samson, like they're a superhero, and they do it to protect their girl on the other side. And sometimes they're able to cover them and like give them money and stuff. Like it's cool when you think about it, like how they're covering, but like on the radio right now, it's just all complaining about how they didn't make it or something. But that's because right now they're trying to get everyone to fly, which flying is kind of like, like having a job within the system and being like a star seed, you know, the mixture of tech with celebrity status. And then, or it can mean like a terror attack, God forbid, but it could mean something like that too. So, like, you don't cut off, like, you just keep going, and then it's like you're a pilot, like that song, like, Too Afraid to Fly, so he never did land or something. Like, I don't know. It's greaseball stuff, but like I try not to think about it that way. I just want to think like I'm gonna make it. And I will. I will. It's no big deal, but you know, um and if it goes on for so long, I'll just be like, well, whatever, and I'll just move on to the next thing. We just won't even worry about it. But I think it's related to end times. They talk about it in Ezekiel 13 with the mask and everything. Grox has touched on that, but I don't really trust Grox though. I don't. These guys on YouTube's, I don't really trust them. So, all right, thank you.